Hello and welcome to News 9 for this special show where we will preview the first T20I between India and Ireland at Malahide in Dublin. All the eyes will be on Hardik Pandya, who will be captaining India for the series after his brilliant run with the Gujarat Titans in their maiden seasons this year. The series will also provide an opportunity to test India's bench strength in the year of the T20 World Cup in Australia. Rahul Tripathi, Deepak Thakur, Umran Malik, Arshdeep Singh and Dinesh Karthik all had a fine IPL season this year and now would look to replicate their success in the T20I series as well. Right, so let's get started. As I said, this series is about India's bench strength and also a test of Hardik's leadership. Hardik has made great strides since leading the debutants Gujarat Titans to their first title, to the maiden title in their maiden year. Hardik led Gujarat to the first title in IPL 2022. He is billed as the future India captain. He was absolutely brilliant with the ball and the bat. He picked up wickets with the new ball. He was very restrictive in the death overs. He was the highest scorer for the Gujarat Titans. So focus will be on Hardik Pandya and how he sort of marshals his troops in this series. Remember, Hardik Pandya can be the future captain of India. Rohit Sharma has tested positive for COVID. So there is uncertainty. There's uncertainty over Rohit's, captaincy in the years to come. So Hardik Pandya can be India's future captain, and this series will provide. It's a big test for Hardik Pandya, the captain, the Ireland series. Also, remember, this is the year of the World T20 in Australia, and spots will be up for grabs in Australia. Spots will be up for grabs in Australia. India's playing 11 is more or less settled, the first 11, but still there is a fight for certain positions. There is a fight for the number 5 position. We are still not sure who is going to be the opener if KL Rahul remains unfit. So there's a fight for the all-rounder slot with Dinesh Karthik the finisher. There is Deepak Thakur the all-rounder. Will Jadeja play as the preferred all-rounder? So there is a fight for for a few positions in India's 11, India's playing 11. Also there is a fight. If an 18-member team goes to Australia, India still needs to see who will comprise of those 18 members. So all in all, this is a big series for India's bench strength. Right, now let's go to Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya, as I said, was absolutely brilliant in the IPL 2022, leading Gujarat Titans to victory in their maiden season. He got the most runs for the Titans, 487, also 8 wickets, brilliant with the new ball, very restrictive, also bowled in the death overs. Also, Hardik has a very good record for India. It's not an outstanding record, but it's a very good record for India. He has a batting strike rate of 148, and this not many people know. Hardik is also a wicket taker in T20Is for India. He has a bowling strike rate of 20.6 in T20Is. Right, so a lot of focus in this series will be on Hardik Pandya, the captain, and Hardik Pandya, the all-rounder. Now, Ishan Kishan. Let's go to Ishan Kishan. If we have the graphics on Ishan Kishan, I think, okay, we can now go to our next graphics. Let's discuss Rahul Tripathi and Deepak Thakur. Yes, let's Rahul Tripathi and Deepak Thakur. Rahul Tripathi and Deepak Thakur, had absolutely brilliant IPL with the bat. Rahul Tripathi scored the most runs for number 3 batsman in the IPL. But the most significant aspect of his batting was not the volume of runs he scored, but the rate at which he scored. Rahul Tripathi's strike rate in the IPL was a phenomenal 158.23. 158.23. That is absolutely sensational. Most runs for a number 3 in the IPL, as I said. Also, he's been in great form. See, he was the unsung hero for KKR in 2021. There he had a strike rate of 140. So overall, he scored 810 runs in the last 2 seasons. Also, if you see his play against spin and against pace, he's absolutely, badgered the pacers. A strike rate of 165 against pacers is absolutely phenomenal, and 146 against spinners. So Rahul Tripathi truly deserves his place in the Indian 11, and most probably he will make his debut today for India. A very fine number 3 batsman, Rahul Tripathi. And remember, Virat Kohli hasn't done well for India at number 3, although his place is not, under threat. But who knows? Anything is possible in Indian cricket. Let's talk about Deepak Hooda. Deepak Hooda was another star with the bat for Lucknow Super Giants. Remember, Deepak Hooda played for Lucknow Super Giants team where the number 3 position, they had problems with the number 3 position throughout the tournament. Although they did well, that number 3 position remained a big problem for them throughout the season. Deepak Hooda scored 451 runs at a very good strike rate of 137. He was not playing the role of the finisher, remember. He was playing the role of the anchor in the middle overs, of the playmaker in the middle overs. And for that, his strike rate of 137 was really good. He was very consistent with 450s in the tournament. He hardly failed with the bat. He had the second highest number of runs in the middle overs, only after Josh Butler. And also, overall, if you see Deepak Hooda's career, he's been a very useful and restrictive off-spinner with an economy rate of less than 8. Economy rate of less than 8 for Deepak Hooda. So Deepak Hooda is another player who the Indian selectors would want to try out in this series. He gives them a very good all-round option. Remember, Ravindra Jadeja hasn't had a great IPL, and although his place is not threatened, but Deepak Hooda is a good option as a batting all-rounder. Now, also all eyes in this, in this 2-match series will also be on the finisher, the new finisher for India. He has done it in the past, but can he do it again? Can he do what he did for RCB for India in this series? Dinesh Karthik, yes, Dinesh Karthik was absolutely phenomenal in the lower order for RCB. 330 runs, but look at that strike rate. That strike rate of 183.33. That is absolutely sensational to have that strike rate throughout the tournament. Strike rate of 220 in the death overs. 6 high impact knocks for the RCB. And this when the big 3 failed, when the likes of Faf du Plessis, Virat Kohli and Glenn Maxwell failed, he came out to bat under pressure in the lower middle order and hammered those runs, either finishing matches for RCB or taking them to big totals which their bowlers defended. So Dinesh Karthik, absolutely brilliant. He's practiced that art of hitting sixes, that favorite shot over, cow corner. If you also see his T20I strike rate, it's the second best for India, only after Surya Kumar Yadav. Yes, minimum 200 runs in India's T20I cricket history. So Dinesh Karthik knows what to do when he plays the role of a finisher, and all eyes will be on him because it's a very crucial role. He will play that role for India most probably in the T20 World Cup along with Hardik Pandya. Even if Ravindra Jadeja does not fit into the scheme of things. Therefore, Dinesh Karthik in this 2-match series will be very, very crucial in the role of the finisher. Also, this series, may see getting 2 fast bowlers making their debut for India in this series. There's a high chance that the express pace bowler from Srinagar, Umran Malik, right arm fast, absolutely breathtaking, he may make his debut today. And we may also see the left arm seamer, the bowler who's brilliant in the death overs, Arshdeep Singh, make his debut today. Umran Malik was absolutely brilliant for Sunrisers Hyderabad. He was the second highest wicket taker amongst pacers in the IPL, only after Kagiso Rabada. 22 wickets as a strike rate of only 13.4. The thing with Umran Malik was that he picked all his wickets or most of his wickets in the middle overs where he was devastating. Unlike other fast bowlers who are used in the power play and the death, Umran Malik was used brilliantly in the middle overs where he was the highest wicket taker amongst pacers in the tournament. Express pace, raw pace, an average speed of above 145 kilometers per hour. He can unsettle any batsman in the world. Also, there was this unique quality he had. Yes, there were a number of matches where he went wicketless, where he was tonged for runs, but also there were a number of matches where he picked 3+, 4+ wickets. And this ability to pick wickets in heaps makes Umran Malik stand out, and therefore he must be given a debut today or in this series because Umran Malik will be a big asset on the hard and bouncy tracks of Australia come October, November. Also, Arshdeep Singh. Arshdeep Singh is a very unlike a fast bowler. He does not have express pace. Also, he's not a big wicket taker. And you see that from the stats you're seeing. Only 10 wickets in the IPL, but economy rate, that's his quality. His quintessential quality is his ability to pick wickets, is his ability to restrict the opposition. As you can see in his economy rate, 7.7 in IPL, but the standout quality is his economy rate in the death overs, only 7.58, which is the second best only after Jasprit Bumrah in the tournament. So he was absolutely brilliant, Arshdeep Singh, in the death overs, controlling the flow of runs, stemming the flow of runs, a number of slower deliveries, and ability to bowl Yorkers, number of variations. So absolutely brilliant, Arshdeep Singh. Also the variety he brings with his left arm, with his left arm. So that also India would need a left armer, come the World T20, just to add variety to the attack, and that's where Arshdeep Singh fits in. So watch out for Umran Malik and Arshdeep Singh. They should get their debut in this 2-match series. But what's how are the conditions today at Malahide in Dublin? Reports suggested there's going to be a lot of rain. There's 70% chance of rain today. There are dark clouds hovering as we speak right now, although it is not raining right now. So there is a very strong chance that the match will be truncated because of rain. There is a very strong chance that the match actually might be washed out because of rain, or might be a 5-over affair. That is the nature of the weather there. So it is going to rain in Dublin today, most probably. But what does the pitch have in store? The pitch is expected to be a batting paradise. 3 180 plus scores in the last 5 matches, and a highest score overall of 252. Yes, 252 for 3 is the highest score at Malahide in Dublin, the venue of today's match, Scotland versus Netherlands in 2019. So if the match happens, it's expected to be an absolute belter. Expect a very high scoring match. But given the weather conditions, we'll be lucky if we get a game in today. So that's it for me for this preview for the first T20I between India and Ireland at Malahide in Dublin. Subscribe to News9 Sports for all analysis, reports, features from other sports on the Ranji Trophy final and on everything else that is sports. So thank you and goodbye.